Peace and blessings, people. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum. What it do, what it do, what it do, man. This is your boy, the one and only. The one and only Azakar, man, bringing you flame. You already know, dog pound. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell. You be left in the loop every time your boy drop the work, you feel me? Shout out to the black YouTube out there. Big Brother Ticket TV, Carcino, Kwame Brown, the league attorney, J.R. Wisdom, Mr. Palmer, Too Raw for Sports, Too Raw for TV, Kicking with Mr. Moss, LC Predator Catcher, J.D. Black, Tariq Nasheed, Dr. Umar Johnson, ISUPK, NOI. Hold it down on these tubers, dog pound. Holding it down. Corey Holcomb, Angerman Podcast. Holding it down. Leo Muhammad, holding it down, dog pound. Yo, we got a real situation here in America, man. Called the fall of America. Elijah Muhammad was very right and correct. America is falling by the second. It already has fallen. The dollar don't mean nothing. Treaties broke. I mean, so, and meddling in everybody's business. The karma is coming back. And the people that's paying for it is the ones that's on the lower level. Like me. Hey, I ain't got no guns. I ain't got no power. I don't have nothing. Don't really even know. I don't own this video. Yes, I'm making it, but I don't own it. YouTube out there getting the video out there. That's if they choose to do so. That's if they choose to do so. But you can't own anything in America. What can you own? Everything is fugazi. Everything is fake. And you can't even grow. How can you grow and you got to pay taxes on land that you already own? If you own a house, you miss one payment on land tax, they take your house from you. What type of stuff is that? Huh? And I'm finding out how much stuff Gaddafi done for Libya. Man, United States, man, ain't about a lick. Paying for education, we dumb as hell. Can't get people who working hard, can't get no food stamps, but people who lay down and have children can get all type of assistance. I mean, this don't make America don't make any sense whatsoever. 2 + 2 = 100. I tell you. And now we got this migrant situation going on. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. We're going to cook on that when we get back. But man, it's sad, ain't it? It's sad, but that's what happens. That's what happened when the European rule, the white man rule. It ain't doing nothing but coming back on them. Black people don't rule nothing. We don't have no ownership to anything. We just tap dance. Yes, we tap dance. I see it every day. You get a little position, it's a whole different ball game. So I don't want to hear all that. You ain't got no power, no dominion. You don't say no to your boss. But anyway, we're going through a situation here in America, and we're going to cook on that when I return.
Transform.
In New York City, now been arrested for squatting inside an apartment in the Bronx, and most of them already back on the street as we speak. Released on no cash bail, and police confiscated bags of drugs and several guns on the property and say the property was entirely trashed. Joe Cardinal is a former NYPD lieutenant now running for New York State Assembly, and we'll see how you do in your election. Joe, good morning to you.
Good
I didn't
morning.
realize the laws here. The laws really give the squatters a lot of rights.
Squatters have all the rights.
Where's that come from?
Well, this is just the way the real estate industry has gone in New York City. They just give, listen, we do not have any rights any longer. The rights are taken away, and they're given to squatters. They're given to criminals, and people have had enough with this. And that's why you have the neighbors calling in. Neighbors see this. They know there's something wrong over there, so they called up, and look what the cops stumbled onto. 8 people in there, 1 7-year-old as well. Drugs, guns, 4 guns were recovered from
These
them.
squatters were there for a year.
A year.
Right.
And
the
look
guys
at the
are
damage
saying
they're
they
doing.
woke them up every night at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly.
And you're in a campaign now. You're running for office. You decided to throw your hat in the ring. You said, okay, I'm going to try to run for assemblyman in New York. And this issue of immigration, illegal immigrants, and the squat, this story has like all the elements all wrapped into one. And I'm wondering what you hear about any of these issues when you're on the campaign trail. Now, Corinne Jean-Pierre at the White House says squatting is just a local issue. She says the border is a Republican's fault. Is that what you hear on the trail?
Absolutely not. Long Islanders have had it. All right, they see what's going on. They see what bail reform is doing. It's coming from both sides of the aisle, Dana. We are seeing it from so many Democrats who have said, we've had it. I mean, where does this make sense? In what world does this make sense to anybody? So in the world of the Democrats, because all these illegal migrants translate into votes. We all see it. We know that's the direction that the governor is going, and she's going to double down on it very soon when she starts giving them government jobs to go along with their government IDs that were issued when they came here. So people see what's going on. I think it's definitely time for a change, but you always have that fear of people just, drinking the Kool-Aid and going across, straight down party line and going, no matter what, we have to stay Democrat.
Dana's right about how it's the merging of all these issues coming together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like in one house, in one yard. Immigration, crime, and no bail.
And no bail. And you would think that maybe they start, swaying away from it, from the events that happened last week with Officer Dilla, now posthumously Detective Dilla, with his funeral and everything. And what led up to that point was recidivists out on the street that should be in jail. You have the combination in this one apartment of the same issue. You have cops going into an unknown situation, and they recover 4 guns, drugs, and they're there for a year. And the neighbors have had it, and it falls on deaf ears, because when the cops have to respond to just the call for squatters, they said, well, you have to take it to court. And in the courts, the landlord loses, the owner of the house loses. Not in Florida, though.
The New York Post put up this loose cannons, migrant squatters busted with guns, drugs, freed on no bail. There was also a child that was there, right? And so if they'd been there a year, who knows what this is going through. And so this is just, I guess I'm trying to get to the point of, this is just one story that brings it all together. This is happening all over. It's not just a local story. I mean, even local problems can be caused by federal governments not doing what they're supposed to be doing, in this case on immigration.
Absolutely. And when I do the radio shows across this country, it's the same. They all want to know what's going on in New York City, but they see how it's going across the whole country. Everybody's going through the same thing. And how many times can we speak about what's coming across the border? How dangerous the people are that are coming across the border? And then we get accused of saying, we're fear-mongering. All right. And it's not true. It's right there, on the screen. Well, when Fox shows it, it's there. All right. But the other stations shy away from it. And they say, oh, no, it's just, and then Jean-Pierre is over there saying, oh, no, this is just the Republicans, trying to drum up votes by fear. It's not. It's real. People see it, and it's hitting home for a lot of people.
In New York City, if you're a squatter for 30 days, you have the rights to that property. It's absurd to me. In Florida, you mentioned, this Polk County sheriff said, if you park your car and leave the windows down, is it okay for someone to get in your car and take it? He says, that's nonsense, and that's what you say too.
Exactly, and in Canada, they want you to leave the keys in the car. That's the answer to it. I mean, the answers are absurd.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
Good to see you.
But yeah, it's crazy, ain't it? Crazy to make it figure. Bronx judge who let migrant squatters go free with no bail released suspects who beat up cops. The Bronx criminal court judge Eugene Bowen was elected in 2002 and has been criticized for soft on crime decisions. Like he's controlled, if you ask me. Up, down, left, right. The Bronx judge who set loose 6 suspected migrant squatters arrested on drugs and weapons charge last week previously released 2 men who beat up an officer. Bronx criminal court judge Eugene Bowen, a Democrat elected in 2023, released 6 men against the wishes of prosecutors. One of them migrants, Hector Dazua Valida, 24, of Venezuela, has been arrested in August on attempted murder charges before the case fell apart. Prosecutor had asked to hold Dizua Villatia on $150,000 cash bail, but Bowen instead released him on him and 5 others without bail. What type of crap? And it's not for the first time he's provoked controversy by doing so. In November, Bowen was the subject of scathing New York Post editorial that blasted his decision to set free 2 men who were caught video beating up a cop. The officer asked the men to put their cigarette in the Freeman subway station, according to the NYPD Blue. You know what I'm saying? NYPD Blue. They asked this man, take down, just put up your cigarette. They wailed on that Mickey Ficky. Kareem McClary, 23, and Azealia Jasmine, 20, were arrested on assault charges for allegedly beating up an officer, John Hernandez, the Post reported. Prosecutor requested bail set at $10,000 or $30,000 bond, but the judge Bowen released them without bail. God, downfall of America, boy. This shows absolute ups and downs world we're living in, Hendry said in a statement to Be Post. We need New Yorkers to start speaking up and demanding real consequences for those who assault cops, he said. Our streets and subways won't be safe if the cops protecting them aren't safe. Fall of America, boy. This is what they get. This is what America get coming to them. Yes. But this is your boy Moosa, man. Gotta get ready for this plantation, dog pound. So guess what? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace, dog pound. About a hack read.
The enemy been on my case for 16 years. He has not been able to break my spirit. They hate Farrakhan. What you hate me for? I don't rob nobody. I don't steal. I don't lie. I don't fornicate. I'm not a homosexual. I don't countenance dope. I clean people up from that. Why you don't like me? You don't like me because I met the one who would consume you with the spirit of his mouth on the brightness of his coming. I don't represent God will come. Hell no. When you see a black man, listen to me good. Listen. When you see a black man stand up in the most powerful government on earth and speak as I speak and walk as I walk and live as I live and don't care nothing about that enemy, then you ought to know God is not to come. God is already present. He's here. He's in the world. That's the good news. That's the glad tidings.